We'll hear from those nurses from Desert Regional Medical Center today who are picketing this morning. We'll tell you why.
And we're forecasting a hot weekend ahead. Well, more on that full forecast coming up. NBC Palm Springs 11 starts right now.
Now, this is NBC Palm Springs.
Good evening, everybody, and thank you so much for joining us here on this Thursday evening. I'm Mark Mester. We start this evening with Desert Regional Medical Center nurses who picketed today in Palm Springs. Our Brett Rosen was there and starts us off tonight with our top story.
This morning, the sidewalk outside Desert Regional Medical Center was flooded in the color red. Many nurses wearing the shade to represent the union called the California Nurses Association. Many of the nurses I spoke to telling me these unsafe working conditions can affect their patients too. This morning, as the sun rose, so did about 300 registered nurses, many holding signs saying recruit, retain, and respect. Today's informational picket event outside Desert Regional Medical Center, according to California Nurses Association and National Nurses United, is a part of an effort to involve nurses from Tenet Health hospitals to express their concern over what they call unsafe work conditions.
I can't emphasize enough that we are a level 1 trauma center, a comprehensive stroke center. We have to staff for what ifs. We have to provide for our community, and we have to provide for our patients. And that's why we're out here today.
Some of the changes the union wants include lift support to help nurses move patients easier, rapid response nurses scheduled on each shift to respond to emergencies, proper rest and meal breaks during 12-hour shifts, and adequate orientation standards for new graduates and experienced hires. However, for 17-year ICU nurse Rachel Garcia, it's the constant short staffing that is making the job that much harder.
It's already difficult to work in the ICU. So that's obviously why we're here today, because our nurses need adequate staffing. They need meal and rest breaks. They need people to cover them for lunch and take care of those extremely sick patients. There will be a patient that will have 3 different nurses in a shift. It is terrible for continuity of care.
When reaching out to the Desert Care Network, they said in a statement in part, quote, "We are currently involved in bargaining with the union and will continue to negotiate in good faith in hopes of reaching a successful contract. Our focus is on providing high-quality health care to our community and a positive work environment for employees," end quote.
We are the heart of patient care, and of course we're still working. Absolutely. We're just here to say, please give us the things that we need so we can care for our patients.
Now again, these negotiations are still ongoing. Rachel Garcia telling me everything the union is looking to change has been brought to the table. However, she says there's still little movement. In studio, I'm Brett Rosen, NBC Palm Springs.
And yesterday, we reached out for a statement from the Desert Care Network, and they said in part, quote, "We are currently involved in bargaining with the union and will continue to negotiate in good faith in hopes of reaching a successful contract. Our focus is on providing high-quality health care to our community and a positive work environment for our employees," end quote. Turning to some other headlines this evening, One Palm Springs Unified School is working to ensure the well-being of its students before the start of the new school year. Johnny Jadalang with that story tonight.
It's the first of its kind program for Desert Hot Springs High School. Administration is conducting their version of a home visit, speaking with both students and parents nervous for school or just wanting an extra boost of confidence before the school year starts. According to a study done by Understood.org, about 53% of parents of children under 18 agree that back-to-school season is the most stressful time of the year. And here in the Coachella Valley, Desert Hot Springs High School is trying to ease any of that extra stress for both parents and students preparing for the new school year.
The goal for this really is to remind parents, number one, the schools are a safe place for your students. And also it is the second home for your students.
It's the first year the school is doing what they call home visits, a 10 to 15-minute visit to a student's home by both the principal and the school's family and community engagement specialist. The student or parent must first request the visit, but the school leaders are there to talk about a wide range of topics.
It's been typical. With the students, it's the same nervousness of starting a new school. New friends, new teachers.
But what was initially created to help students has in turn helped parents just as much.
There's a little bit more anxiety, I think, on the parent side with everything that's going on with the current administration and ICE raids and things that they're hearing in the media. So we're here just to remind them that We don't have the information, so we can't share it with anyone. The schools are safe.
The school's family and community engagement specialist tells us they aim for 8 to 12 visits a day. But it's not just about mental health. It's about making sure the students are prepared with the necessary items needed to start the school year.
I come into the homes and I ask if they need any resources. We give out school supplies or anything that they need. Our parents may need different resources at home. So we just want the parents to know that they have somebody that they can come to.
Principal Omar Tinoco says the school takes pride in the family their school has created, and this is just a continuation of that.
A lot of times kids feel like they can't speak with adults or they can't come up to us if they have a problem, and we're really trying to fight that.
Principal Tinoco and face specialist Teresita Perez will continue with the home visits right until school starts. Students and parents can sign up by calling the school, but they warn that spots are limited. In studio, I'm Tiani Jadaling, NBC Palm Springs.
All right, thanks to Tiani for that. Let's get a check on the forecast tonight. Live pictures right here from our Agua Caliente Casino camera high above Rancho Mirage. Just a little bit of shaking right there. We'll get to the forecast in just a second, Chloe, but I'm looking at the clock. 54 minutes. We are done with the month of July. So school does start next month.
Yeah, and I feel like every year it's like starting earlier and earlier, which is just crazy. Yeah, I feel like summer has just flown by, and it's not going to feel like school's starting and we're getting into the fall because it is hot this week and into early next week. 109 for the high today, so we are right around seasonal for this time of year. 108 is normal for us. 118, that record-breaking number from 2020. So luckily, I don't think 118 is in our forecast, but 116 next Thursday, and it's close enough. Overnight tonight will be in the 70s here for the desert floor. 70s also up at 29 Palms there at the Marine base. As far as winds this hour, onshore flow with us, single-digit winds for the wind corridor there. Winds not too bad. Like we said, shaking that cam a little bit, but improving a little bit from what we saw earlier today. It seems those winds are kind of peaking around the 5 to 8 o'clock hour throughout the evening. They start to die down as we get into the 11 o'clock show. So as far as future wind potential, pretty consistent winds for us the last few weeks. They start to pick up in the afternoon, evening hours for those wind-prone areas. So Desert Hot Springs, the wind corridor there, the San Antonio Pass near Whitewater. So traveling the 10 to the 62. Just keep that in mind. The evening hours breezy for the rest of the desert floor, as well as the high desert in Yucca Valley. Why we got these hot temperatures? Well, we have that ridge of high pressure building to the south of us over Mexico. That's going to make its way up north over the course of the next couple of days. So by Saturday, the center of that high pressure system will be over the desert southwest, starting to ramp up those temperatures to 111 to 115 for our Saturday. Here's a look at your Comfort Air 3-day forecast. So staying above average through the rest of the work week into the weekend and really through most of next week. We'll break down more you can expect in that full forecast coming up.
Chloe, thank you for that. Blue Zones Project Palm Springs is hosting a cleanup event. It's this Saturday at Demuth Park. It's to raise awareness about local tobacco use and waste in public parks. Their aim is to advocate for policies that create cleaner and healthier spaces for everyone. You can join them in this cleanup. It starts at 6:30 in the morning. Volunteers are encouraged to bring a water bottle, their energy, and a friend. Cleanup supplies will be provided. You may have seen on social media today sightings of sheriff's vehicles outside of Sunny Sands Elementary School in Cathedral City. Some even posting online speculating it was U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, but that was not the case. We've reached out to the Riverside County Sheriff's Department. They tell us their emergency response team and gang task force serving a search warrant on a street nearby. The school parking lot was being used as a staging area for sheriff's vehicles. No ICE agents were present at the scene. The Palm Desert Chamber of Commerce holding a business luncheon this afternoon. The event is called Profit Connection Lunch, helping local shops connect and build relationships for members all across the city.
One of the things that we think is really important is building relationships, so we try to offer a lot of opportunities for our members to build those relationships and make those connections. I think that's the best way to grow your business.
The Chamber hosts Profit Connection Lunch the last Thursday of every month. You can learn more about the Chamber of Commerce and how to join online. Just go to our website. That's NBCPalmSprings.com. To celebrate the end of summer and raise funds, Variety Children's Charity of the Desert held an end-of-summer fundraiser at the Palm Springs Surf Club today. Dozens of families getting to experience the surf club for the very first time.
Let them have a fun day, make them feel involved, included, that they belong, because a lot of times kids who are in this community who we deem underserved, they don't have the opportunities to be able to go out in the public and enjoy the Palm Springs Surf Club or enjoy activities, and we want to make sure that they're all included, and this is an inclusive day for everyone.
Variety Children's Charity of the Desert promotes the health and wellness of our underserved community here in the Valley. If you'd like to make a donation, we've posted the website right there. It's at the very bottom of your screen. Coming up next tonight, we have more local news for you. A Coachella Valley teenager battling leukemia. Tonight, the search for a life-saving donor. Also, a local football team preparing to win another Desert Empire League title run. Our Lane 40 is in tonight, and he's got the story. But first, we have a live look from our Indian Wells Golf Resort camera. You're watching NBC Palm Springs at 11 o'clock on this Thursday night, the last Thursday of July. We're back right after this.
They say dogs are a man's best friend, but at NBC Palm Springs, we're a dog's best choice for news. Apologies to our competitors, but even your dogs know who leads the pack in news.
Night after night, discover the unique stories that set our valley apart. Together, we're going to find inspiration and foster connections that strengthen the fabric of our community.
Babies are experts at paying attention to only what is genuinely fascinating, and we couldn't agree more. NBC Palm Springs News. Even astronauts tune in for their news fix. When it comes to top stories, we're on a whole new orbit. Committed to covering our community. You're watching NBC Palm Springs at 11.
A 13-year-old girl from the Coachella Valley who is battling leukemia is in need of stem cell donations tonight. Her family is now raising awareness for others. Our Antonio Marquez has the story.
Zoe is a young girl who has faced health problems from an early age, but she continues to fight and search for a donor who can help with the leukemia that she and 60,000 other people in the country are facing.
Stay as positive as I can because that's the only thing I really can do. You know, if I could change things, I would. But in this moment and in this world, I can't. So the best thing I can do is just stay positive and try to help people, like as many people as I can, you know, new families that have been there.
At first glance, Zoe looks like any other girl who likes to play soccer and compete in rodeo events. But behind her smile lies a brave fight against leukemia, a disease she was diagnosed with in 2022.
Very active. At that time, she was 11 years old. Super active. She loves horses, soccer. And when I noticed that her fatigue level was just decreasing and she just didn't have any interest in playing and doing a lot of things, That's when I suspected that something was wrong. Then Zoe started having some petechiae, which is red dots, which indicates that your platelets are low.
Her mother has become her biggest supporter and a tireless advocate for an urgent cause, that being finding a compatible donor for a bone marrow transplant, something that can help Zoe with the help of the National Marrow Donor Program.
In the Hispanic community, it is a little more challenging to find a matching donor because it's not so known in our Hispanic community that, you are able to donate bone marrow.
The process for becoming a donor is fairly simple and can save many lives.
Do a digital phone registration, which asks for a little bit of their information so we can get a hold of them if and when they do match with the patient. And then they do a 10-second cheek swab. Those cheek cells are sent off to our biorepository where they're tested and the individual is added to the registry.
Antonio Marquez, NBC Palm Springs.
Riverside County Animal Services continuing to waive adoption fees at its shelters as they're still dealing with massive overcrowding. On Wednesday, the county said there is no end date at the moment, meaning that prospective adopters will not have to worry about paying the cost of vaccination, microchipping, spay and neuter services, and impoundment. Only the canine licensing fee, it's generally about $25, is required based on where the adopter lives. This fee waiving campaign started back in April. Let's stay with animals tonight. The Palm Springs Animal Shelter says its cat and kitten intake is currently on hold tonight as the shelter works to contain an illness that's been spreading around. We heard from a shelter official this morning. Here's what they said.
We have to medicate them, get the disease containment so before we bring in more animals and introduce them to that, right?
Yeah, we don't.
So we want it to be a safe place. So we're going to get that under control for the next couple of weeks, and then we'll be open for business again.
Jack Hagerman right there with the Palm Springs Animal Shelter. They say at this time, if you do find a cat or a kitten, call their admissions team. They'll provide the best option for you. All right, we're giving you a live look tonight from our Agua Caliente casino camera in downtown Palm Springs. Chloe Carlson's here tracking our end-of-week forecast. We're just about made it to Friday, right?
We are almost to Friday. I cannot wait. And take a look at this. After the break, this is Lola. She is a great surfer. She is taking over the weather. So stay with us. We'll be right back.
They say dogs are a man's best friend, but at NBC Palm Springs, we're a dog's best choice for news. Apologies to our competitors, but even your dogs know who leads the pack in news.
Night after night, discover the unique stories that set our valley apart. Together, we're going to find inspiration and foster connections that strengthen the fabric of our community.
Babies are experts at paying attention to only what is genuinely fascinating, and we couldn't agree more. NBC Palm Springs News. Even astronauts tune in for their news fix. When it comes to top stories, we're on a whole new orbit.
Sound Bath, the shops at Palm Desert, hosting its second annual Wellness Day. It's this Saturday, August 2nd from noon to 4 in the afternoon. It's a free family-friendly event featuring health tips from Dr. Joseph Sugar. There's also a wellness vendor fair and some fun challenges where you can win some prizes, including a PureFit membership and also a Macy's gift card, all happening in the center's air-conditioned main court. So they say, come refreshed, recharged, and refocused. Giving you a live look tonight from our Walter Clark Highway 111 camera. Definitely some calm segments right there, from the Sound Bath to the calm waters there at the river. And I'm assuming the forecast is going to be the same way?
And forecast is calm. It's calm, it's steady. So we're just in our zen right now. Yes. And speaking of water, you know the surf club, Mark loves to surf. So you're going to love our weathercaster that we have today. We do weathercaster of the day sometimes here on NBC Palm Springs. They take over the 11. We do a little bit of a training. It's very quick training today with our weathercaster. But this is Lola. Take a look. Well, hey, you know we love to get to do weathercaster of the day, bringing people from the community in and trying to hand out the green screen. Let's bring her in. This is Lola, everyone. Lola, thanks for coming to the weather wall.
Yeah. It's great to meet you, yeah.
It's great to be here. Have you done the weather before?
I've never done the weather before.
All right, well, this is great. Now you're in my wheelhouse because she just shreds on the water, so I could use some help there. All right, Lola, we're showing people the current temps from earlier this evening. You live where?
I live in La Jolla.
La Jolla, so that's close to Oceanside. Can you tell us what are the temperatures in Oceanside?
The temperatures in Oceanside are currently like 68, so it's a bit cooler down there than here. So here it's like I'm not used to it. It's like 116 at the hottest, so I get very hot here.
Yeah, it's hard to get used to, right? You guys got that nice marine layer. Now we're talking about, those are the temperatures at the coast, which are beautiful all year round. Here it's just a little warm in the summer. Let's talk about the highs across the country today. Any numbers that are sticking out to you, Lola? What do you think?
Like the 110 in Phoenix,
Yeah.
which it's always hot there, so like.
Yeah, those desert cities. 93 in Boise, Idaho. Have you ever been to Denver?
No, I haven't.
Oh, girl, gotta visit Denver. That's where I'm from. Okay, Denver's, how hot is Denver today?
85.
85.
So warm, kind of.
Not too bad, right?
Not too bad.
Okay, a little bit warmer than the coast.
Yeah.
Overnight tonight, it gets a little bit cooler. We get more towards those coastal cities. What's those temperatures looking like overnight, Lola?
Overnight, like we have 72, 77. Like one of the lows are like 46, 59. So it's pretty cold there.
Yeah, a little bit chillier up in Big Bear, which is kind of nice. They escape those hot conditions. Do you snowboard too?
No, I do not. I wish.
I know. Probably could though, because you surf too. It's pretty similar. All right, this is the final slide, Lola. Can you take this one away? What do we call this slide?
This is the Comfort Air slide. So this, well, pretty much says it all there.
Right?
So
hot conditions, 7-day forecast.
Gets up to 116.
116. And all you need to know is that it's going to be hot. Lola, great job. Thank you so much. Catcher, she's going to be sponsored soon, so make sure you get your autograph when you see it.
They say dogs are a man's best friend, but at NBC Palm Springs, we're a dog's best choice for news. Apologies to our competitors, but even your dogs know who leads the pack in news.
Night after night, discover the unique stories that set our valley apart. Together, we're going to find inspiration and foster connections that strengthen the fabric of our community.
Babies are experts at
NBC Palm Springs Sports Desk. Brought to you by Agua Caliente Casinos. We have your game.
Welcome back, everyone. I'm Caitlin Kelly. Tim O'Brien has the night off. Well, as you may or may not know, today is National Intern Day. So it's only fitting that we highlight an incredible piece put together by our very own intern, Lane Forty. Lane, who's a Palm Desert High School alum, went to his alma mater to check in with the football team as they're preparing for another Desert Empire League title run. Take a look.
On the heels of a 7-4 season, which included reclaiming a share of the Desert Empire League title, Palm Desert football didn't take long to get back to work following a first-round playoff exit.
And then we just started working out. You know, the boys have been lifting, doing what they need to do. I think they're all excited just to get back into doing some real football stuff rather than just being stuck in the weight room the whole time.
While full pads won't come on until Monday, Coach Forty is still focusing on what he can learn about his team this week.
We got 3 days in helmets, and then we'll be able to put some pads on Thursday and Friday. Hopefully, things will start to sort itself out.
What Forty doesn't need to sort out is his defense. The returning production speaks for itself.
Front six on the defensive side, I mean, they're going to be just as good, if not better, than last year, so I'm pretty excited about that. A lot of leadership out of them. You know, they've really taken control of the team. They're making it their own.
Forty's approach hasn't changed, and with the right pieces returning, Palm Desert looks ready to make another run at the Desert Empire League title.
We got a long way to go. We're not where we need to be, so it's going to take some time. Start leading in the locker room, in the weight room, in the classrooms, one day at a time, one practice at a time.
5, 6, 7. With NBC Palm Springs, I'm Lane Forty.
It's not very often that you get interviewed by your son, is it?
I love that. And as if Lane's piece wasn't good enough, it was a particularly cool moment to be a part of watching Lane interview Coach Forty, who is, you guessed it, also his dad. We're so proud of Lane and his incredible accomplishments over the summer. Lane will be heading back to Chapman next week, where he serves on the O-line of the football team and has also been accepted to the university's journalism program. You've got a bright future ahead of you, kid. Keep up the great work. That'll do it for sports. I'm Caitlin Kelly.
They say dogs are a man's best friend, but at NBC Palm Springs, we're a dog's best choice for news. Apologies to our competitors, but even your dogs know who leads the pack in news.
Night after night, discover the unique stories that set our valley apart, the fabric of our community.
Babies are experts at paying attention to only what is genuinely fascinating, and we couldn't agree more. NBC Palm Springs News. Even astronauts tune in for their news fix. When it comes to top stories, we're on a whole new orbit.
And now the Agua Caliente Entertainment Report, brought to you by Agua Caliente Casinos.
One of the largest music festivals is heading into the Windy City for another 4-day event weekend. Lollapalooza 2025 kicks off this morning. At least it did kick off this morning in Chicago's Grant Park. Luke Combs, Korn, Rufus Del Sol, and Sabrina Carpenter all scheduled to perform. People who can't make it to the show in person can watch all the action live on Hulu. Lollapalooza debuted back in 1991 as a traveling farewell tour for the band Jane's Addiction. It eventually morphed into a multi-day event in the Windy City. Lollapalooza usually attracts around 200,000 people. Looking for a way to cool down this summer? Got you covered with 2 cool giveaways. It's on our brand new website. Just head over to NBCPalmSprings.com. Click on our cool page. That's where the fun begins. First up, we got free coffee for a year. That's from Don Francisco Coffee, because nothing beats a smooth iced coffee on a hot desert day. And if you're looking for a splash, we're also giving away multiple pairs of tickets to the Palm Springs Surf Club. Surf, slide, and chill. So what are you waiting for? We got 2 great giveaways, 1 cool page. Just visit NBCPalmSprings.com and enter today.
They say dogs are a man's best friend, but at NBC Palm Springs, we're a dog's best choice for news. Apologies to our competitors, but even your dogs know who leads the pack in news.
Night after night, discover the unique stories that set our valley apart. Together, we're going to find inspiration and foster connections that strengthen the fabric of our community.
Babies are experts at paying attention to only what is genuinely fascinating, and we couldn't agree more.
All right, finally tonight, we have a political race in Somerville, Massachusetts, taking the internet by storm. Dozens of cats, yes, cats. They're running for the mayor of the community bike path. This race is very popular. More than 6 million views on TikTok, with 3 cats rising above the rest. Safe to say, this is the most feline-friendly political debate of the century. And we got to some thinking here. Not a cat, but if you know Idlewild, they have Max the mayor the dog. You can see the cute fellow right there who served as mayor some time ago. I really like that tie.
I was going to say,
Super
his
cute.
tie game. Yeah, he's on it. I've had the chance to meet him. He almost stole my ice cream, but I'm sure he's a great man.
He looks like someone who would steal
classic,
ice cream.
right?
All right, that's going to do it for us tonight. We'll see you back here tomorrow. Good night.